I'm going to translate that in English. Hi, how are you? Good?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, sit back, relax, and enjoy the story of our big leap to Florida. My grandpa, Nono Pipo, is Italiano. He left to Venezuela when he was only 18 years old. Italy was going through a big crisis back then. And when I mean back then, I mean really far back. We're talking about the crisis after World War II. That's right, World War II. One more time so you can hear me clearly. World War II. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. He's pretty old. He's actually 82 years old. Shh, don't tell him I said that. Well, by the way, he no longer lives in Venezuela. He moved back to Italy 12 years ago. Every time I see him, he always says, Elisa, you're the most beautiful girl in the world. E te voglio molto, molto, molto bene. Which means, I love you very, very, very much. Every time he says that, I always smile. Now, on the other hand, instead of this one, Abuela Blanca is Colombiana, which means Colombian. She also left the country at a very young age, 15. She left Venezuela to pursue her dream of becoming a fashion designer. And after years of workshops and studies and hard working, she finally got to live her dream. And I think that's where I got my sense of fashion. Sadly, 2 years after my mom was born, Abuela had a terrible accident, passed away and went to heaven. But now I know I have a special guardian angel watching over me. But enough with the sad talk. I don't want to cry in front of you guys. So what about the relatives on my father's side? Well, Abuela Noelia and Abuelo Gordo are both Cuban. When my dad was only 7 years old, they moved to Spain for 1 year. I asked my dad, Papi, what do you remember about in Spain? He said, I remember the delicious croquetes and paellas and tortillas I used to eat. And then I said, Papi, what do you remember about in Cuba? He said, honey, let me tell you this. I remember the long lines that I had to wait an hour for just to get one bread or one pack of rice. And here's the twist. You can only get one thing. I mean, like... So, as you've heard about my heritage, I asked my mom. She said, sorry to tell you, honey, but you're a mutt. You're Italian, Cuban, Colombian, Venezuelan. You're also American. You have a little New Jersey in your blood. And you are also Spaniard from your great-grandmother and your great-grandfather. So, how did we end up here in the United States and here in Pembroke Pines, Florida? Well, when my mom was 22 years old, she decided to improve her English. She used all her savings just to come here. She came here to Miami all by herself, not knowing anybody. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. She's pretty brave. She soon met my daddy, fell in love and got married. Then they had the most beautiful baby born, me. But then they realized, honey, we have to get a new house. This house is too small. We need a bigger one. So that's how we ended up here in Pembroke Pines, Florida. But hold up, I'm not done yet. I love the city and I love our mixed heritage and traditions. I love Italian food, Cuban food, Colombian food, American food. Yo hablo español y parlo un poquito de italiano. Mamma mia! You see? It's fun. Every time I see my grandfather in Italy, we always meet our cousins, eat gelato, watch Italian soccer, speak some Italian, and I even get to cook with the chef. Whenever I see my Nonna Luisita, my step-grandmother, she always makes me the best cakes ever. And I always say, grazie Nonna, grazie, grazie, ti voglio molto, molto, molto bene. Try and translate that. Well, thank you for listening. And that's the story of my big leap to Florida. Thank you.